357, and something expected came, and just gonna say this. I really love it. You probably saw what I'm gonna type down in the title, which is the Ultraman Max, which is one of my very favorite Ultraman designs, and I love it because when I was like 5, I watched this guy on the good old DVD, and I love it because the design, and that's how I really got into Ultraman, because of Ultraman Max. And ever since then, I really wanted a Ultraman Max figure that's articulated and accurate, which was the Ultract, but of course with time and things, I couldn't able to get it, so I was able to get this on Macari. Yes, Macari. The seller, it's a great seller. The guy is good. He's nice, and he's really kind. And I shall thank him to the guy who was able to give me this Ultraman Max in good, perfect condition. Not perfect, but in good condition. And so, off with the design, here we go. Of course, here is the gold wing. And there's the color timer. Nice, deep bluish color timer. As you can see, the head with the beam lamp on. Love it. And the Max sword. Here's the back, of course the white. This is supposed to be red, but hey, at that time, we didn't really get any reference pages from it. And with a really nice yellow, how should I say this? Yellowish orange. Of course, it won't see as much in the video, but, you know. And here is the Max Spark with its nice, clear, translucent piece. Of course. The red, nice red paint right there, metallic red. Here's the back. Back pay, nice deep gold. It has some nice shading too. You might not see it, but there's some shading on the arms and the waist right here, of course. It is a used action figure, so there's gotta be a bit of problem, like looseness around the legs, but hey, it's a quick fix. I can fix that. Of course, shading on the calves and right in the legs too. You can see that nice dark red shading outline, and then immediately just go back to bright red. Oh man, yeah. The really thing that stands out is for Ultraman Max is its gold and nice metallic silver. Alright, we're dropping the ball on the accessories. Unfortunately, it did not come with the box, since of course it is a used item, so I was not going to be surprised if the box is not going to be there. So, yeah. First off, let's start with a simple one. A very simple one. This... Oh man, excuse me. This is a action-based stand on its back, which, if I remember correctly, it plugs onto the back. I used to have quite a bit of Ultra figures. Mainly, the newest one I bought was, like, the most recent one that I ever had was the Ultra Renewal Ultraman Mabius, which had the sort of system where you just take out the back hold up, back, there we go, back right here, and then just there's a hole, and then you just line up the peg and boom. Problem with this always being on is it limits the articulation on the upper waist, but hey, if you want it flying, then you get what you get. But yeah, I don't have a stand right now, so I am too lazy to grab one upstairs in my room. But yeah, that's basically it for that. Alright, now some actual hands. We come with some pair of opening hands. 2 of them. 2 opening hands, really cool. Nice deep red, rich red. And how you just plug it in is obviously just, there's a peg hole right here, and then you just plug it in. Every typical action figure now. I just typical every typical action figure. And then we got the chopping hands, which is cool. I don't know why for my copy the 2, you might not see it, but the 2 type of, there's 2 shades of red. This one is much more richer, and this one's a bit more bland. As you can see, there's 2 different colors. Just, I don't know why, but it probably has to do something. Probably to the age of it, and of course you can always plug it in like so. So you can throw something. I'll tell you something. Something. Which is the something is the Max sword. One of my favorite weapons of Ultraman Max. Because of course it's a sword. It's a sword. It's a eye sluggers. Eye sluggers are cool. That's how I like Ultra 7, because his eye slugger was the main selling point for me. How you plug the Max sword is the included holding hand for the Max sword, or it can be a thumbs up. Of course, every typical. I'm just gonna say this. If you want to, like, make the, I should probably talk about it in the articulation, but you know what, if you want your sword to be like on the, it's supposed to be like this is what the art image is supposed to say where it should be, but honestly you can always put it like on the pinky, but the direction will be a bit weird, so just recommend that the peg will just be on this side where it can go down, so the angle doesn't look as weird, because that's how Max usually hold it, or he just mainly throws that thing. And yeah, the Max sword, it's cool, but you can't plug in because it's a piece, so can't really plug that in, am I right? Alright, and a couple more pieces left. Sorry, we got the Maximum Cannon. Oh shoot. Maximum Cannon with a really nice deep rich cyan color, teal color, with a nice white spray on the middle, and the cool neon yellow coming out of it with the Max Spark. It's also a clear piece too, so yeah, love the design of it. That's how I got into Ultraman. And how you take it off, it's just easily with, there's 2 peg holes, of course, and then you just plug it. It's really hard to plug it in, but just manage to plug this in. Then, hold up, and there you go with the Maximum Cannon. And I'm just gonna say this: I love it. I dig it, because not trying to be biased here. It's just the way how he does it is just really cool. He just, instead of like a wind up with like Ultraman Tiga, he just goes up with his hand up, just moves up his hand, and then I think it's just a cool and a quick way, and like a understandable way of how to like actually use the Specium Ray or Maximum Cannon, because a wind up is gonna get you absolutely toppled if you just wind up too slow. And yeah, but Max does a cool way how to use its Specium Cannon, or a Ultraman Specium Cannon. And one last accessory is the The Max Galaxy. This is the main selling point of why I bought this, because the Max Galaxy is so cool. Not the main, but the main one is the Max Sword, but you know. Max Galaxy, nice gold details and red trimmings around it, and the cool, clear, compound blue. Oh, love it. How you plug it in? There's already a hand plug it in, and there's a peg for something later that I will show you. It's gonna kind of scratch off the paint, so kind of scratches off the paint a bit right here. You can't see it, but this tiny little dot scratched the paint a bit. So what I like to do, if you ever had a Max, Ultraman Max, is go to the side or the back. What? Go back to the side of it, of the arms, then twist it. So it doesn't like cause too much stress on the arm. And plus, it looks really weird. So, yeah. Here is the Max Galaxy. Oh, so cool. Then we have Max's Swatch, and it comes with the effect piece of a sword or a shooting part, but I'm calling it a sword. There's a plug peg hole in there, and then boom! Oh my God! It's a Max sword. Maximum. I don't know how to say this. The Max Galaxy sword, where, spoiler, he uses it in like the end of the show to fight the big monster, and he became 300 meters tall. Spoiler alert, but you know. Yeah, I love it. It's at a weird angle, but hey, it doesn't matter. It looks cool. And then finally, the articulation, which of course this is a 2013 figure, so it might be a bit outdated. But onto the articulation, the head goes up pretty far. Twist can go 360 or not before it pops out. Cannot go 360, but it can go all the way over here. But the arms 360. There's a bicep swivel, so you can go 360, but I'm not doing that because it feels really weird. And there's a ball joint over here, so of course get some nice ball joint movement. The shoulder pylons can go up this far and then down this far. Good thing this doesn't scratch the paint due to the upper section of Ultraman Max's armor piece, where it will not scratch it, which is cool. And then there's a hinge over here, a hinge joint up this far and then down this far. Then there's a double joint right here, which is cool. Of course, it's on a basic ball joint, so it can swivel up and down, and then you can turn it to make it, you know, the typical hands. The waist, of course, there's a ball joint on each section, so boom, nice unlimited joint. Besides, you can't go 360. The arms, there's a shift movement and a swivel, not as much, but you know. And then there's a ball joint on the legs, so you can go up this far. Then, of course, since it's a butt pecs, you can't really go down that far. A double joint, nice. The feet, there's a pivot, really nice pivot, and it could go down, up, and then the toe, up, down, very far. And that's it for articulations. Okay, one thing I forgot over here is before I said the articulation, the accessories, I forgot one main accessory piece, which I completely forgot about, which is the color timer. I forgot about it, but we'll just make this quick. So, nice hot pink. I dropped it. The color timer with a nice hot pink color. How you plug it in, it's just use your fingernail to plug it in really deep. And there's a hole right here, and then just plug in the color timer. Now, Ultraman Max is in danger. For size comparison, here is the HG Super Robot Wars Hyokbine Mark II and the HG Witch from Mercury Gundam Aerial. And here's the HG Revive Freedom Gundam and the HUC Moon Gundam. And of course, here is a SH Figuarts Ultraman Mabius and SH Figuarts Ultraman X. And here's a guy I've been laying around for a while and trying to plan to review until this guy showed up, which is the ZD Toys Ultraman Max. Overall, Ultraman Max is a great figure for a 2013, and as during of this recording, one of the few articulated Ultraman Max figures around. It has great accessories, but the pricing could be a bit overwhelming, standing around with the box around $133 or at least over $100. I got this mine over $65 without the box, because of course without the box, yeah. Articulation is good, really like it, but it's pretty expensive in the aftermarket prices right now. And there is which I showed you, the ZD Ultraman Max. I'll talk about it probably later once I have enough time for this recording. And yeah, really love Ultraman Max. And it's a bit taller than your standard SHF Ultraman figures, but it could do well. So, thanks for watching my video, and like and subscribe if you want to see more videos of other tokusatsu figures or SHF or Gundams. Bye!